Everybody, this video is walk you guys through your second essay assignment. This essay basically builds on the first essay that you guys did, and like I noted in that video, you are required to keep the same topic and stance as your first essay in your second essay, and what you're going to be doing is adding additional research to support your claims. So the first essay, again, did not require research. If you did include some, that was totally fine, as noted in the explanation, but you will be required to include additional research even if you did include some in your first essay. So your task is to expand on that argument with this research to help support your claims. You do, like I said, have to keep the same topic, keep the same stance. You can't change it. You have to have at least 3 sources in your essay. There's a couple of requirements. One of them is that one has to be an in-person, an interview with a subject matter expert that you complete. So I say in person, but that just means that you have to complete it yourself. It can't be, say, a published interview with someone on a news source. This could be via phone, could be via Zoom, could be via in person if you are comfortable with that. But I'm not saying you have to meet up face to face with someone if you're not comfortable with that. But it does need to be someone who's a subject matter expert on the issue. So it could be, say you're talking about, like I said, COVID vaccines requirements. You could talk to someone in the medical field, a doctor, a nurse, an admin, whatever it might be. You could, if you're talking about education, something to do with education, you could talk to a teacher, you could talk to a principal, you could talk to a professor, you could talk to someone in law or whatever it might be. And your goal is to pull in specific quotes from that source, just like you would any published article or news source or website. Pull in quotes, kind of distribute them throughout your essay to support your claims. 2 things that you don't want to do. You don't want to simply copy and paste your first essay and then add 2 pages of quotes. That's not how you substantially support your essay, your argument. These should be woven throughout the essay to help enhance the support for your own arguments. Secondarily, you want to make sure that you are really utilizing the most relevant quotes, stats, figures, whatever it might be, throughout the argument to help support your claims and provide credibility for your arguments. By using published sources or subject matter experts, what you're doing is increasing the credibility of your own ethos as the author, and you're helping to further prove your claims. Now, you could do this in one of 2 ways. You could use the quotes to support your stance, or you could use a quote or 2 to introduce the counter arguments as well. And when you say, some people believe X, Y, and Z, such as this person or this article, here's a quote from them, and then you disprove it. And you want to use a mixture of qualitative evidence, so quotes about, anecdotal or stories or things like that might support your claims, as well as quantitative, so data, hard facts, metrics, statistics. You want to blend the 2 of those throughout your essay. So the other requirement is that you have to use a source. This is per the college. You must use one source from the Garden City Library database. I have uploaded another video that will show you how to do that, how to find the sources you need, how to integrate those sources. But that is a requirement now per the college. So your essay is going to be 5 to 6 pages and is due on Sunday, October 30th by 11:59 p.m. That's to the bottom of the 5th page at minimum. If you write less, you will have points taken off. And the goal, again, is to substantially revise your original essay and add additional source material. So make sure that you're weaving those sources throughout the argument. MLA is required. Everything's checked for plagiarism. You guys know that. It should have all the same parts of an essay as you have had: the claim and thesis, in your introduction, the main ideas with evidence to support your claims, the opposing views or counter arguments with the refutations, appropriate number and required sources, and a conclusion that restates your thesis and your main idea in new words. So just like in your first essay where your outline was part of your essay grade, in this case, you're going to do something called an annotated bibliography assignment. That's a separate assignment that you will turn in separately, but that will be part of your final essay grade. So as long as you complete that, you will get 15 or 20 points towards your second essay. So this is a whole separate assignment. You don't have to worry about this right now, but you're going to have at least 4 annotations on it, one with your interview, one with the library database article. And the thing that you're going to turn in here for me is the final essay, which is a clean Microsoft Word document with a bibliography. So just a regular bibliography, just the citations. And again, you'll see this in a later assignment, but essentially an annotated bib is a paragraph or so that does a couple of different things. When you're doing your research, it's looking at the source to give you a summary of it, evaluate its effectiveness, and give a reflection on how you might use it in your paper. But that's a whole separate assignment, and I just included that information for you there if you need it. I've also included an optional self-edit guide if you want it, and optional guides to interviewing. So a couple of different ways you could do it, a note card methodology and a written or an oral interview. So if you have any questions on this, let me know, but go ahead and move on and go to your next assignment.